Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today we are reviewing another Costco-exclusive, the Novaform Dreamaway. These mattresses can look very appealing when you have deals in mind because they're so budget-friendly. In this case, you can grab a twin-size model for $160 or a full-size for $210. Notably, those are the only sizes available for this model. But are these prices too good to be true, or is the Dreamaway a fantastic value for the price? We put the mattress through our battery of 10 objective and data-driven tests to find out. On screen now is our performance scorecard showing how the Dreamaway did in each category. And as you can see, there are more yellow and red scores than green. On the bright side, the mattress did score an 8 out of 10 for cooling, an 8.6 for off-gassing speed, and an 8.8 for company policies. From there, motion transfer, edge support, and sex all scored in the mid to low 7 range. Finally, the lowest scoring categories belong to response time with a 5.0 and pressure relief with a 4.0. Notably, a 4.0 for pressure relief is tied with two other mattresses for the worst pressure relief score we've tested to date. Altogether, the Novaform Dreamaway earned a performance score of 6.80. This is a far cry from the average 8.53 score and is ranked in the bottom 1% of the 305 plus mattresses we've tested to date. That said, to be fair, it is also among the cheapest. While not strictly apples to apples, at $210 for a full-size mattress, this is 85% less expensive than the average queen-size model. The Novaform Dreamaway is not offered in multiple firmness options. It has a firm feel with a rating of 8 out of 10 on our firmness scale, where 10 is the most firm. Next, we're going to talk through what the Novaform Dreamaway does best. First, the cooling performance was surprisingly good, but in a surprised it was that good all things considered kind of a way, rather than something truly noteworthy. I still felt a slight heat buildup in our tests, but that heat was able to dissipate much quicker than average. Second, the price is incredibly low for a mattress of any size. However, I do want to stress that only a twin and full-size models are available. Third, the Dreamaway has extremely minimal sinkage and a firm feel. If you're a back or stomach sleeper, that can be great, though if you're a side sleeper, probably worth avoiding this model. However, all mattresses aren't ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the Dreamaway. First, the materials used in the mattress are among the lowest quality I have seen in my 10-year testing career. Beyond our examination of the materials, I could feel it. The Dreamaway is one of the most uncomfortable mattresses I've ever tested. Second, one of the other ways the material quality manifests itself is through an incredibly slow material response time. The mattress craters quite noticeably, and it's generally pretty difficult to move around on. Third, there is no queen or king size available for the Novaform Dreamaway. Your body weight and sleep position impact the types of mattresses that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. Support on the Novaform Dreamaway is poor. During our test, I felt unsupported in all sleeping positions. The Novaform failed to create a neutral spinal alignment, which resulted in significant pressure points and comfort issues. The mattress is equipped with a 4-inch support layer. This is nearly half the amount of support material we see on average, which is 7.88 inches. Beyond the simple lack of sufficient material thickness, the material quality is also extremely disappointing. The relative material quality makes me also concerned about the longevity and durability of the mattress. Ultimately, this is an incredibly inexpensive and cheap mattress. There is only so much a mattress manufacturer can do at this price point. Nevertheless, in our test, I found support to be completely lacking. The combination of very minimal sinkage depth, firm feel, and a below average 8-inch total profile creates a mattress that is simply uncomfortable and does not properly support the body, in my view. Simply put, I don't think this mattress is well suited for any body weight above 150 pounds. Based on all my tests to date, an analysis of the materials, and my subjective experiences, I'm confident most sleepers will find support on the Dreamaway is poor.
Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There, you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs.
Next up, we're going to move on to our individual performance tests. At Nap Lab, we test each mattress by analyzing according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have a cooling test. To measure cooling, we lie on the mattress for 15 minutes, allow it to absorb body heat. Then we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains and releases heat and overall cooling performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The Novaform Dreamaway has good cooling. During our test, I felt a slight level of heat retention around my body, but nothing too extreme. The mattress did a surprisingly good job at remaining cool. I say surprising, as typically all foam mattresses that utilize memory foam at this price point are going to be extremely warm as you lie on them. The greatest single factor helping the Novaform Dreamaway to stay cooler is the firm feel and very minimal sinkage depth at just 1.47 inches. That lower sinkage depth means that the mattress doesn't have as much foam wrapping up and around the sides of the body. Less body contact means there is less human heat warming up the mattress. In our objective temperature test, we measured a max surface level temperature of 89.2 degrees Fahrenheit. This is 0.6 degrees less than the average of 89.8 degrees based on all our tests to date. When we consider the combination of objective data, my subjective experiences, and an analysis of the materials, I'm confident in my view that cooling is good. For the sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel like you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. As stated a moment ago, the Novaform Dreamaway has a very minimal sinkage. During our test, we measured a pressure point sinkage depth of 1.47 inches. This is 0.69 inches less sinkage than the average sinkage depth of 2.16 inches based on all of our tests to date. The mattress creates very little body contouring hug. The heavier parts of my body do sink down a little bit more than the rest of my body. Even so, the total comfort dynamic is one that floats the body more on the mattress as opposed to sinking down in the mattress. This is a very traditional type of memory foam. It is incredibly hard when you first lie down on the mattress, but does soften slightly the longer you lie on it. Even so, at its most soft, it's still a firm feel. Altogether, this mattress creates a limited body contouring hug, very minimal sinkage depth, and a harder traditional memory foam feel. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better as it helps sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The Novaform Dreamaway has a moderate level of motion transfer. During our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 10.25 meters per second squared. This is 70% more motion transfer than the average of 8.74 meters per second squared. This mattress has a firm feel and very minimal sinkage. This dynamic creates an abrupt stoppage to movements on the mattress, and as a result, we measured a higher level of motion transfer. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0 to 0.07 seconds. Motion drops notably thereafter, and by 0.50 seconds, we return to near zero levels of energy. If there is a silver lining, it's that the motion duration is on the lower end. The initial motion rebound is higher than average, but it rapidly disperses that energy and doesn't continue on the mattress for a long duration. To test response time, we place a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A fast response time is better, as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent any type of a stuck feeling. The Novaform Dreamaway has a very slow material response. In our most recovered test, we measured a recovery speed of 1.7 seconds, which is 1.27 seconds slower than the average of 0.43 seconds based on all of our tests to date. In our fully recovered responsiveness test, we measured a recovery speed of 3.1 seconds, which is 2.12 seconds slower than the average of 0.98 seconds. There is simply no sugarcoating it. The Novaform Dreamaway has a very slow material responsiveness. That slower responsiveness will make it more difficult to move around the mattress and change positions. Compared to all mattresses we tested to date, it is within the bottom 3% for the full material response time. The minimal sinkage is helping to restrain just how slow the material response can be. However, when more weight is applied, the mattress response time is going to be worse. Ultimately, this is a more traditionally formulated type of memory foam, and it has the classic memory foam feel, including a slower material response time. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball onto the mattress. We measure the maximum depth the ball sinks to before rebounding up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less, as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The Novaform Dreamaway has a very low level of bounce. During our test, we measured a total bounce height of 5.60 inches. This is 3.66 inches less bounce than the average of 9.26 inches based on all of our tests to date. The mattress has many factors impacting its bounce, including very minimal sinkage, all foam design, traditionally formulated memory foam, 2-inch memory foam on top, and an 8-inch total profile design. All of these material and design choices contribute to a lower bounce. The below average level of bounce makes it more difficult to move around on the mattress and negatively impacts sex performance. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure the level of support and compression. Less sinkage while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The Novaform Dreamaway has outstanding sitting edge support and poor lying edge support. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sinkage compression of just 1.75 inches. This is 2.29 inches less sitting sinkage than the average of 4.04 inches based on all of our tests to date. The firm feel, very minimal sinkage, and 8-inch total profile are all helping to create a better than average level of sitting edge support. While sitting edge support was outstanding, lying edge support left much to be desired. While lying directly on the edge of the mattress, I felt the support was poor in all sleeping positions. Ultimately, this is an extremely basic mattress with a level of material quality that feels severely lacking. As a result, edge support performance greatly suffers. Our sex test uses a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher bounce and more supportive edge are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The Novaform Dreamaway has fair sex performance. On the positive side, sitting edge support is outstanding, noise is minimal, and cooling is good enough, albeit certainly not amazing either. However, that's where the good times end. This mattress has terrible pressure relief in my view. It is among the most uncomfortable mattresses I have tested in my career. It's firm, it's hard, and there's very little sinkage. That's a terrible combination for pressure relief and a terrible combination to create sufficient sex comfort. Bounce is nearly as disappointing. At just 5.60 inches of total bounce, it's well below average. That lower bounce makes it more difficult and strenuous to have sex on the mattress. All factors considered, sex performance is incredibly disappointing. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The Novaform Dreamaway has a terrible level of pressure relief. During our test, I felt significant pressure points at multiple locations on my body. I found the Dreamaway to be incredibly uncomfortable. The mattress is equipped with 4 inches of comfort material, which is 0.16 inches less comfort material than the average comfort layer thickness of 4.16 inches based on all of our tests to date. Despite having a fairly thick comfort layer, the quality and feel of those foam layers leave much to be desired. The mattress is hard, it's dense, it creates pressure, and it's firm. Overall, the mattress just feels incredibly cheap, and it is without question one of the most uncomfortable mattresses I've tested in my career. In our pressure mapping test, we measured a max PSI of 1.47. While this doesn't reach the highest red flag PSI levels of 2.0, it is far closer than the vast majority of other mattresses we tested. When I consider our objective pressure mapping tests, material thickness, material quality, and my subjective experiences on the mattress, I'm confident most sleepers will find pressure relief to be terrible. To evaluate off-gassing, we assess the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitor the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with a less strong odor and/or an odor that dissipates more quickly are better. The Novaform Dreamaway had a strong smell upon the initial unboxing. The mattress smelled for 5 days. This is 1.4 days shorter than the average smell duration of 6.4 days. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Factors include length of the trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, trust, and country of origin. The Novaform Dreamaway has good company policies. Being that this mattress is sold from Costco, the Costco return policy applies while still being backed by the Novaform warranty. Costco has a very generous return policy and allows mattress returns basically at any time. Even without a receipt, you can simply drive up to the nearest Costco warehouse, show your membership card, and receive a full refund back on the card you paid with or store credit. So, would I recommend the Novaform Dreamaway? It's definitely a no for me, dog. I just cannot recommend a mattress with one of the lowest scores I've seen in my entire testing career. I know these cheap mattresses can be tempting. Even so, there is going to be a cost for a cheaper mattress. Part of that cost could be the discomfort and pain cost of sleeping on it. Part of that cost can impact your physical body and mental well-being, and part of that cost could be the mattress simply not lasting as long as a more expensive mattress likely will. If you're buying a new $200 mattress every 2 years, but an $800 mattress lasts you 10 years and feels better, it's just better to save more and get the nicer mattress. Bottom line, this Novaform is a cheap mattress, but its performance is also among the worst we've tested. And for those reasons, I'm out. Well guys, that wraps it up for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Comments, questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the Novaform, though we don't recommend it, we've got a link in the description. For more from NapLab, be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.